Okay, with question number 2, you forgot a quote. It says use your own words and then a quote. So make sure you read the directions carefully. And your answer, I believe, I know what you're saying, but I'm going to read it out loud to you so you can hear it, and then I'll read the part where you got it from, I believe. The enslaved people could lose their freedom if they were to take in a slave. So there's a sentence here, and it says, free blacks discovered to have helped slaves could lose their freedom. So this is talking about free blacks losing their freedom. And over here you say the enslaved people could lose their freedom. So enslaved people are people who are slaves. So they are already slaves, so they can't lose their freedom. But free blacks that had their freedom, if they helped out slaves, they could lose their freedom. So that's definitely one thing. But that was a problem for the affranchises or the free blacks. It wasn't a challenge for the enslaved population. So what you want to do is you want to look at, okay, well, what did the Black Code do to the slaves? Right here, if we read this one, it says, it also put strict limits on the behavior of slaves. For example, forbidding them to assemble for any reason, which means the slaves could not come together. Even if 2 of them were able to get married, they couldn't all come together for the marriage. They didn't want all the slaves in one area in a big group because they were afraid of revolt. So they said, no coming together, no ceremonies, no dances, none of that. And if you do it, we're gonna punish you violently. So that was one of the things about the Black Code. And then for fugitive slaves, which are runaway slaves, if they were caught trying to run away, they would catch them and they could have their ears cut off. That was part of the Black Code. So that's just 2 examples of how the Black Code caused challenges for the enslaved population.